As we said, summer is right around the corner. We are kicking off our Shaping Up for Summer series. We're doing that today. Guiding us through this process is the lead trainer from Biggest Loser Australia. Michelle Bridges is here. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you. We're gonna bust a few myths here in just a second, which is so important.
But first, we want to find out. You did 8 seasons on The Biggest Loser Australia.
Yes.
So how has that helped you getting other? How has that experience helped you in getting other people fit?
Sure. Look, the Australian Biggest Loser has really shown me that you have the power to change your mindset, to change your lifestyle, and to love yourself, no matter what age, gender, or weight. In my new book, I empower people by showing them how to unlock your mindset and put an end to the self-sabotage.
The book is wonderful, but when there's TV cameras and the pressure of a network show, do you see that people sort of become more motivated, or do they just, feel the pressure of that and they almost want to crack?
It's a great question, and it's very different for every individual. But what I find in a training session, the guard comes down and people start to open up and become more transparent. And I always encourage my participants to really be honest, be genuine, be transparent, because we need to dig in and find out what's been going on. All your roadblocks, or your self-sabotage, or your victim mentality and your blame games, we're going to try and unlock that, because the weight loss, that's just a byproduct. We need to work out what's going on up here.
Well, in the 8 years that you've been doing this, after the cameras are off, people, what is the percentage of these people that you work with that are able to stay on this journey?
Great question, and again, it comes down to the individual. I put it to the similarity of winning the lottery. Some people blow the money, some people invest it. They learn the lessons on the show, and I always say with every breakdown, there's a breakthrough. If we can learn the lesson, there's no failure in that. You can only keep moving forward. Some of them fall off the wagon. After 6 months, it's time for them to move forward and carry on in their lives. Others take the lessons and run with it.
Well, let's see you having the breakdown and the breakthrough with some of the people you work with on the show. Take a peek.
This is going to be the making of you. It's going to make you stronger mentally and physically. You would have given up in the past, yeah?
Yes.
Given up. What's different about now?
I want it so bad. I want it so bad.
You know what? It's there. You can have it. It's in your hands. Now you're going to show me that woman right now. This is like, you're standing at a crossroads, Mary. You want it, you say it, prove it.
I wanted to ask you, the woman there obviously pushes herself. When they come in and as a viewer, I'm sitting watching this and I see how heavy the person is, and they go into it full force have you ever had an incident where a person aren't you afraid they'd have a heart attack, is what I'm trying to say?
It's a great question. Okay. It's a great question. And we do work them hard, but we put them through some very stringent medical testing. We make sure that, all bases are covered in that regard. And we have a fantastic group of physicians that are always at the house. Mm-hmm. I'm a professional. I've been doing this for 25 years. I know where the marks are, and I can see the signals to when it's time to pull back and when they're just trying to get a little bit of a cheap break.
So we're gonna bust a few myths, and I'm gonna jump off of cards for a second because I have a question, but I want to see if the true or false. So you don't know this question that's coming because I just thought of this, but I want to incorporate it into this. Okay. So is it true or false that people who have a problem with obesity are dealing with some other problem in their life that needs to be addressed before they can lose weight? Does that make sense? True or false? True or false?
All people.
No, I'm just saying people who are dealing with I'm not talking about just people who are trying to deal with the little bulge, but people who are really dealing with a big obese issue really have something else in their life that they need to address before they're going to lose weight. True or false? You're actually supposed to go.
I waited.
So that is a clear indication.
Absolutely.
So the reason I asked that question, sometimes it's so easy to hear people cast judgment
Oh my goodness.
on people that they'll see and they'll call names, and they don't really understand that they're maybe going through
There
something
is
that's...
so much going on. It's a complex issue for some people, and it's really a very personal issue. And what happens is when the weight comes off, all those emotions come up because they've been anesthetizing themselves and stuffing it down with food. It's a drug of choice. You know, it could be alcohol, it could be drugs. In this case, it's food. And so when the weight comes off, then those emotions come up, and I need to give my contestants and people I work with permission to feel those emotions and ride them like the waves of an ocean. They're going to come and they're going to go, but know that they are going to go, and you need to give yourself permission to feel that.
All right, now back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, here's our second, I guess, myth. It's okay to train on an empty stomach. True or false? It's okay to train on an empty stomach. I'm going to go true.
It's true.
It is. Okay.
Absolutely. This is like a great time to train because your glycogen levels are at their lowest. And so a training session is going to dip straight into your fat stores. That being said, some people get a little lightheaded on an empty stomach during training. So a great go-to would be just a little piece of fruit or a small portion of Greek yogurt with a sprinkling of berries or muesli on top, and you're good to go.
All right, myth number, we'll call it 3. Pilates, yoga, stretch classes, they're all great for weight loss. True or false?
For weight loss?
For weight loss.
Weight loss.
I mean, I guess.
What do we-
Straight, and it depends.
I'm waiting for you to make your mind up.
It's true. I don't know.
It's false.
I went from false
And
to true.
let me just start. Let me start by saying, for everyone out there that loves yoga and Pilates, I love yoga and Pilates. I love it. But if you're in the market for some fast results, then you need to bump up the intensity to mix up your training. Some great exercises that you can throw into the mix. One of my favorites, I'm going to show you really quickly. This is the advanced version, and I'll show you the beginner version. It's a burpee, very simple. So you jump down, you jump out, hit the floor, in, and up.
Burpee is our first word. Burpee is our first key word.
Burpee?
It's called a
Burpee.
burpee.
That's like your
It's called a burpee.
Yeah, I do it all
Okay.
the time.
So a beginner version for that would be just to come down to the floor, step in, step out, and stand up. You don't have to add the push-up. You don't have to add the jump.
Right.
But Pilates and yoga really tones the body, though.
Yeah.
Because Debbie's a big
It
yoga
really person. it
She's very
stretches my body because I can become like Miss Olympian if I'm not careful. Like I literally cannot lift weights. I have to stretch.
It's again, I honestly love yoga and Pilates, but most people, if they've got weight to lose and they're in the market, they need to bump up the intensity.
cardio, right?
Here we go.
Okay.
Here's our last one. I'm going to jump ahead. You can spot reduce fat. In other words, I got the belly fat. I'm just going to do a bunch of sit-ups. You can spot reduce fat. True or false?
False.
I said that.
Not
Yeah, you
reduce fat. You
What?
can't
You
spot
can't?
Certain area.
I'm sorry, you cannot spot reduce fat.
What about the arm crunches?
What you can do is you can specifically go to the area and target those muscle groups, but you also need to do cardio to get overall body fat weight loss. Your body fat comes off from everywhere. It doesn't just come off from one spot. So you can get a good exercise going on that area by targeting the muscles. So for example, everybody's love-hate situation with their butts, right? Everyone, has a love-hate with their butt.
Marked.
Great exercise. Straight out of my book, one of my favorite butt exercises is a sumo jump squat. So you put your hands behind, squat and jump, squat and jump. Why?
Help her.
Okay, by the way, Michelle wants everyone to get a head start on their
Hands
Get
up.
Up for Summer. She's giving away a free copy of her new book, Total Body Transformation. She's doing that to the first 100 home and family viewers. Go to michellebridges.com/home and family and enter your email address for a copy of her book. Thank you so much.
I'll do the outro. Go ahead, do it. Okay, I'm going to thank everybody while you're doing this. We're going to take her for a walk. Our tips for more on Michelle. Be sure to check out our Home and Family Facebook page. And all right, up next.